guys, this is another sniper coming here with another video. And as always, I hope you guys doing fantastic, doing alright. And as for me, I'm doing pretty well. So, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are aware what this video is about, and due to the title, yeah. But for those of you some of you who are new, confused, or probably what's going on, then allow me, and I'm only going to explain this once, so listen carefully. As you guys know, for those of you who have played this game or not, I will start from the beginning. This game came out back in 2013, they're 2023. Yeah. Or because I know this game is 3 years old now, or I could be wrong. But anyways, this game, we're talking about Breakers. Dragon Ball The Breakers, which is Dragon Ball Z Breakers, or yeah. But anyways, for those of you who are new, you guys probably don't know much about this game. Well, allow me to explain. Back in season, because it has a lot of seasons. This year, we're coming to the ending of season 8 and going to season 9, which I will explain that later on. But from the very beginning, when Breakers was first released, it started at season 1, and the only characters we had were Frieza, Cell, and Kid Buu. However, after months and weeks have passed, new raiders, which are the killers, and new survivor skins have been really useful. It's almost similar to I would say Dead by Daylight, but a little bit different. So there are 3 ways to complete the game: activate the super time machine, escape if the time machine is destroyed, or 3 defeat the raider. And as for the raider, the killer, all you gotta do is just take down all the survivors, and that's how you win. Simple as that. But those are just the simple rules. Now, throughout the whole entire seasons, there have been a few changes and updates and a lot of stuff that have been happening in the game. Because when it first released, if you choose Raider or Survivor, you can be in a team. But ever since season 1, a lot of players were reporting and complaining that the Raiders were cheating because that person was helping their friends as Raiders. So unfortunately, the company decided to change that because it was technically unfair. But on some since they had no other choice, the company changed it, because once we got to season 2, this time you can only play as a team as Survivor, not Raider. Raider, you do it solo. So, which is really sucks to some people, because some people have been asking to bring it back since season 1. But I don't think they're ever going to do that again, because after the complaints and player not following by the rules, yeah. However, that's not what the worst part. Now, after season by season by season, since season 3 all the way to season 7, some of the survivors, well, let's start with season 3, 4, and 5. They were the best seasons, of course, and new raiders and new skins, new powers, new abilities, all that stuff. But as time and months have passed, some players once again still complain about what was going on. The first one was the Raider team, because apparently the Raiders kept complaining that the Survivor team were cheating or kind of, yeah, it's complicated, but technically, I would show you guys because I've played Breakers ever since season 1 all the way to season 8. So here's what happened. Through season 3 all the way to season 5, players use instant transmission, Jacko spaceship, what else? Finding the Dragon Balls and find the keys faster. And when they try to fight, they kept dodging the Raiders' attack. And that was kind of annoying. So fortunately, since season 6, they fixed that problem. But now this time, season 6 through season 8, survivors have been complaining this time, saying that it's unfair. How come the Raider can do it but we can't? Something like that. But fortunately, it looks like the Raiders are getting the upper advantage and winning this time. Because due to the updates and due to recent changes in the game, some of the Raiders, some of the abilities, some of the perks and skins have changed a bit. And not to mention, survivors trying to survive have also changed a bit. But yeah, and to them it kind of feels unfair, but it all depends what move is annoying and what they want changed. So they got their answer and they got their wish. So yeah. But besides everything I said, that's not what I basically wanted to talk about. So as you guys know, ever since season 3, all the way to this season of season 8, because back then, me and my partner and his friends used to play together and we used to have a lot of fun. Well, me, that is. Let's just say they kind of got a bit aggressive, and I'm not going to explain much because that's personal to them, but all I'm going to say is some bad stuff kind of happened. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But here's what the worst part. Ever since season 3, there was a bit of a bug issue, because fortunately when you're trying to play with teams, the numbers go up and there's a total of 8 players. 7 players wait. Yeah, 7 players as survivors. Oh no, wait, no. Yeah, 7 players as survivors and 1 player as the Raider. But unfortunately, that kind of caused problems because since season 3, the number did not go up. Nothing. It would just remain the same for the remaining few minutes, and they did not fix. Players kept saying they did not fix it. They kept complaining, and the company tried their best, but to some players, they think they're lying because some of the Dragon Ball games, they have not fixed any of it. So they thought maybe they were going to do the same thing to Breakers because it was very, very popular since season 1. But ever since the past few seasons, some players are kind of getting tired of it. And ever since Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was released, yeah, some players kind of abandoned or quitted Breakers. Me, on the other hand, I never quit. Because sure, the changes and the bugs and everything were a bit of annoying. But besides all that, I always remain calm and everything. So, yeah. Changes or not, I will be still playing Breakers and yeah. But again, besides everything I said, that still I don't want to talk about. So, the main reason I'm creating this video because I have excellent and wonderful news. After these past few months and ever since I would say 2024 or 2023, I can't remember, but they have finally fixed the bug problem. We can now play as team members once again. And if you guys think I'm lying, well, here's what happened. Last week when I streamed Breakers, I first played, of course, my Raider matches alone. And then normally me and my partner and his friends would do practice mode just to have a little fun. However, last week my partner and his friends tested out that Survivors was available again to play with friends. At first, it was hard to believe. But after when I tested it last week, and since when no, like there was a bit of disconnection and all that stuff, but besides all that, we managed to play as a team again, and everything went well. So this week, I had my partner and one of his friends to keep testing it out for the whole entire week. And so far, for these past few days of this week, Monday through Sunday, so far there has been excellent. No disconnection, no nothing, no bugs, no nothing. That's very, very good. And after all their hard work, and if they are watching this, and okay, hold on, give me a minute. I forgot something. So hold on. Okay, sorry about that. But anyways, so as I was saying, so after all their hard work, and if they are watching this, but before I tell them this, so let's start with the girls. And if they are watching this, listen carefully. And I am going to say their names, but Izumi, Samantha, Eri, if you are watching this, I just want to say a couple words first. Now, I know when you first met me, or maybe not, you may have had trust issues, because I know you don't want to talk about this, and I'm not going to talk much about it, so here's what I'm going to say. I know some of the boys have treated you and your friends harshly, and I know they said a lot of toxic and bad stuff to you guys, and I know you don't want to talk about it. I understand, and I also understand you're going through some rough times in life. But for the past few years, ever since 2022, if I believe I'm correct, I treated you girls nothing with kindness, respect, and always had your girls' backs. And I've always been honest and always had your backs ever since then. And I also made you moderators. And what I'm about to tell you, you can say yes or no. The choice is always yours. As you guys recall, Miller, my first partner who backstabbed me, betrayed me, and fortunately, I replaced him with a new partner. However, it's been only me and my second partner. I have besides Chris and Lewis, they're kind of like my bodyguards. So, yeah. However, since you girls have been doing an excellent job and have always been by my side and always been really, really, I don't know what the word to say. I would say inspiring, but yeah, I don't even know which nice word to say, but yeah. But you girls get the point. So, without further ado, after their hard work and after making some thinking and some quite decisions, so here's what I want to say. Overall, the past few years, my first partner and second partner, my first partner was just, male. My second partner is also male. However, I have never even once had a female partner. And I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. So, Azumi, Samantha, Eri, and I feel. Oh, yeah. But I don't think they're watching this. But Yuna, if you're also watching this, you four are officially my new partners. So, congratulations. But like I said, the choice is yours. Don't think of it. Do not think, oh, you're gonna be working for me. No, you girls can do whatever you want in life or whatever you want to do in gaming. Just like how I'm asking my second partner, who I'm not gonna say his name, all you're gonna be doing, because in case of any emergencies or if I need any information, all I'm just asking just for you girls to help me in case something happens or if I need to know anything. I'll just ask one of you girls to assist me with something. So that's all I'm asking. So yeah, don't think of it. I'm asking you girls to like work for me. All I'm asking if you wanna, it's your choice. If you wanna help me, that's it. But yeah, Eri, Izumi, Samantha, and Yuna, congratulations. And just to make sure, where is it? Up, here we go. I want to do this as a little bonus because normally I don't have a. But yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you guys will agree with me on this. Yeah, round of applause and congratulations. But like I said, you can say yes or you can say no because I'm offering, not giving it to you, just offering. Now, for my second partner, you have done pretty well. Since you did your first job of completing of breakers for this week, here's your reward. I'll give you one simple choice, one grand choice for next week or for the second week. You can make the schedule, or actually no, because next week is this week. So yeah, tomorrow through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, you can ask which game you want to. Normally I would say I decide which games I'm going to stream, but just for this once, I will grant you this. This channel is now in your command, but just for this week. So, any day, Monday through Sunday, you can choose whatever game you want to stream, and I'll do it. But, of course, you're going to have to be patient because don't think I'm going to do it right away because I need rest, relaxation, and then once I'm ready, then we'll begin the stream. So, that is your reward. So, starting tomorrow through all the way to Sunday, you can choose whatever game you want to stream. So, that's all I'm saying. So, once again, let's congratulate my second partner. All right. But, anyways, I think I said everything now. Breakers is now back to normal, but I have a feeling just temporarily. Because let me say this before I end this. Every season have been exciting. However, if you guys remember what I said, anything new that happens in the game, there could be side effects like bugs or glitches. So remember that. So I don't know if this fixes permanently or temporarily, but all we can do is wait until the next season of season 9 of Breakers is going to be happening. And for those of you guys who are new, you guys probably still may be a little confused or nothing, but you also should know Breakers is also crossplay, not only on PlayStation but also on every single other consoles, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So, yeah, in case you guys are new, maybe why not give it a try? Because I will be streaming it later on tonight. So, yeah. Alright, but anyways, I made my announcement, and if you guys are watching this, congratulations once again. You did a good job, and I'm real proud of you. And as your rewards, well, you already heard it, and it's your guys' choice. So, yeah. Alright, but anyways, that's all I want to say. So don't forget to like and subscribe. So peace out, stay safe, and I'll see you guys again later on once I stream at the night. Peace.